Hi, I'm Kim Thompson, and today we're going to be talking about what's new in HR service delivery for the San Diego release. In this release, you will see innovations in the HR Agent Workspace, employee relations, intelligent experience, and the employee experience. For HR service delivery, there are three distinct challenges that we're addressing through the developments in the San Diego release. We are modernizing the HR agent experience, we're simplifying employee relations, and we are enhancing the overall employee experience. As a part of the ServiceNow Next experience, HR Agent Workspace has been upgraded in this release. We're making it easier to personalize UI for Agent Workspace by providing the ability to customize the look and feel of the workspace with a higher degree of configurability. HR agents will benefit from an upgraded visual design that creates a more simplified and seamless experience. And with changes to the navigation menus, the relevant information that agents need will surface faster and more easily. Now, Scott will show us an in-depth look at what's new in the HR Agent Workspace.
Thanks, Kim. As you can see, right when we log in, we start off in the next experience of the ServiceNow platform with a new personalized landing page. Here we can see a snapshot of the work our agent needs to complete today, with a clear breakdown of the tasks he needs to tackle, as well as any that are new or of critical importance. But what's great is that he can also see personal actions, not just HR case activities. So tasks like updating his annual development goals are housed right alongside his other work. And just below that, he has access to helpful charts, his favorites, and tips and tricks for getting the most out of his day. Now everything he needs to start his day is right at his fingertips. But the personalization doesn't stop there. In his preferences, he can turn on additional features to make his workspace just right for his needs. With new accessibility features, the next experience allows all users to create a space that meets them where they are and gives them the access that they need. And with the new theming, he can toggle between light and dark modes. Since he uses dark mode for a lot of his other apps at home and at work, he goes ahead and turns that on in ServiceNow. Instantly, the theme is updated and all the lists and charts update accordingly to create a pleasant, familiar look. With the next experience comes a reimagined way to navigate across ServiceNow. With the new unified global navigation, he doesn't need to leave his landing page to get access to other critical pieces of information, like his other ServiceNow applications, his favorites, and his history. And this menu will travel with him throughout ServiceNow, so he's never far from his homepage or anything else. And with the next experience comes a new HR Agent Workspace. This redesigned workspace is configurable with UI Builder and takes advantage of the next experience capabilities like dark mode, accessibility features, and the always-on global navigation. And like in the past, our agent is greeted with a curated list of his HR cases, categorized based off of SLAs and priority. And since he's a team lead, he also gets insight into his team's performance. With the data on his team's caseload and any areas of concern, he has the peace of mind that he is not only staying on top of his caseload, but that of his teams as well. And just like other employees can receive pertinent info directly to the Employee Center, similar content can also be targeted at agents that is germane for their needs. So info like timely announcements, quick links, and frequently used applications are right here at his fingertips. From there, he can dive right into one of his cases. He is instantly greeted with pertinent info about this case. He can see the details of who this case is for, their employment details, as well as their manager and other recent HR cases. He also has access to Agent Assist, which leverages machine learning to provide him with info related to this case from across ServiceNow, as well as any employee documents or attached files. And to make sure the service delivery is the same no matter who manages the case, templatized responses for this type of case are also housed here, as well as step-by-step fulfillment instructions. Since this is a complex cross-departmental onboarding case, a playbook is automatically generated to give him a view into all the moving parts, including what they are, who they are assigned to, and where they are in completing the process. And while he's working this case, if another employee calls in or opens a live chat conversation, he can quickly create a new HR case without leaving the work he's already doing. Instead, he just opens up a new tab and creates it from there. He can quickly verify that this is an employee requesting service and also gets timely info about who they are, where they are, and what other cases or interactions they have had with HR in the past. This gives agents all the info they need to cut down on duplicative cases or identify trends in the types of cases an employee is opening. From there, all he needs to do is choose which type of service is needed, and the case is automatically generated with the similar details as we saw before. With the next experience of the ServiceNow platform and the redesigned HR Agent Workspace, ServiceNow continues to redefine what a great agent experience looks like. Now, I'll pass it back to Kim to talk about some of the other exciting HR solutions in the San Diego release.
Thanks, Scott. Now let's take a look at employee relations. In the San Diego release, we're excited to announce the new Anonymous Report Center. Here, employees will be able to report concerns in a safe space that maintains confidentiality. The enhanced security that the San Diego release brings helps us to ensure that employee relations information is restricted to only the individuals who need access to working on that particular case. And with an enhanced employee relations dashboard, HR workers will now be able to leverage information faster with new graphs and metric analysis at their fingertips. Now let's take a look at these enhancements in action.
Thanks, Kim. Since this is all housed in ServiceNow, it's simple to navigate to the new Anonymous Report Center from the Employee Center. All she needs to do is choose the Employee Conduct topic, and there's a new item to visit the Anonymous Report Center. Once there, the system lets her know that she's been logged out of her account to ensure anonymity when submitting these types of sensitive cases. Once she continues, the Anonymous Report Center has quick info for her right away. A couple quick actions stand out: 1, to create a new anonymous report, or 2, to follow up on an existing report. In addition, on the landing page, there's also helpful information from HR about the process, as well as a space to house frequently asked questions and helpful links. For now, she wants to submit a new anonymous report, so she clicks into the tile to get the ball rolling. From there, she chooses that she wants to use the pre-built report misconduct service, which auto-populates some fields she can fill out to provide details about the situation. To ensure there is some information for HR to go off of, a few of the fields have been marked as mandatory, but more fields from the list can be mandated, as well as additional questions can be added to help HR in the investigation. And before submitting, she notes that this information will be reviewed by HR, as well as a quick text verification. Once she submits, she is alerted that since this is an anonymous report and the case won't carry over any details about her, if she wants to follow up on the case, she'll need to save the uniquely generated report key and report number. To make it easy for her, she can automatically download a copy for her records right from the pop-up. Once she has that saved, she can always return to the Anonymous Report Center to follow up on the status of her case. By simply inputting her unique report key and number and a text verification, she is greeted by a similar status page she is used to seeing for her other HR cases. She can see which team it is assigned to and the state, as well as other activity like comments from the employee relations team or any additional information she wants to add to the case. Then she just needs to choose the Employee Center option from the menu, and she is returned to the login screen to get back to her work for the day. And from the agent's perspective, this case is automatically funneled into her HR Agent Workspace for quick action. Like other HR cases, the agent is presented with details about the case, but this time it is flagged as anonymous and the subject person field is not populated. But she still has access to other key features, like Agent Assist. As she scrolls through the case information, she can see all the details that were submitted with the case are stored in the description section. She can then use that information to populate the involved parties and allegations sections, and use that information to start the investigation process. As with other sensitive employee relations cases, she can also further restrict access to this case as needed. And that is a good segue to discussing the new enhanced security conditions applied to these cases, commonly referred to as HR for HR. To ensure that agents that are involved parties in a case can't be assigned to or take action on their own case, out-of-the-box security protocols have been put in place. So if our agent has her own case open where she's the subject person who opened the case, she has a limited view of the case, just like if she was any other employee. She can see activity but not modify any of the underlying data or see what actions have been taken throughout the investigation process. And if she was a witness or a subject of the allegations, it would not populate on her list at all, completely removing her from the process. Finally, let's take a look at the Employee Relations Executive Dashboard. At the top, she can see how her team is performing over time. She can see how the caseload and SLAs are performing day over day, week over week, and year over year to ensure they're hitting key performance indicators. She also has access to a heat map of where these cases are coming from across their global organization. And if she notices any areas that are particular hotspots for these types of issues, she can dive in to get a more granular view. She also has access to data about what types of cases are being opened and by which teams or departments, as well as what are the outcomes of the investigations. All of this gives her and leadership critical information about how their company is managing these critical cases. With the new Anonymous Report Center, as well as continued enhancements to security and dashboards, the employee relations features of the San Diego release can help your organization safely and securely manage your company's most sensitive cases. Next, I'll pass it back to Kim to talk about some more exciting features.
Now let's talk about experience. With this release, users will benefit from a more intelligent HR service delivery experience with AI-powered recommendation and personalized content suggestions, the ability to gather information about the employee experience, and improve feedback loop with listening posts and recommendations for learning content in the moment. In addition, we're making improvements to the employee experience with customized topic pages and streamlined content authoring, enhanced employee profiles, and the ability to navigate to what employees need faster by pushing frequently used apps to the top of the experience. And now Scott will take us on a tour of how those experience enhancements contribute to the overall experience.
As Kim mentioned, the San Diego release has some exciting enhancements to the employee experience. Let's start off by seeing how portal content can be quickly reviewed prior to publishing the content. In a previous release, we had unveiled the revamped content publishing capabilities with the new content library. Here we have a list of all the types of content we have, so let's dive into one we are creating for announcing new ESG programs. Within the content library, we can see a preview of the content, in this case a banner, before we publish it. So things like text alignment and color, as well as how the image is positioned, can all be previewed in real time. But in the San Diego release, ServiceNow has taken it one step further by allowing a fully responsive in-portal preview, so content creators can see how this looks alongside the rest of the content, side by side. Here they get a clear call out about which piece of content they are previewing and can see how it aligns with the portal content they have already published. And once they confirm that that is the view they want, they can simply save and publish. And while we're here, let's take a look at the new capabilities for topic pages in the San Diego release. Previously, ServiceNow had released the new taxonomy structure to help organize content across ServiceNow into curated topic pages. So let's drill into the out-of-the-box employee taxonomy and take a look at our HR topic, specifically the learning and development child topic. One of the first things we notice is a new application section that allows teams to associate specific apps to a topic page where they'll be most impactful. In addition, in the San Diego release, topics can have their own look and feel unique to that topic. So things like styling and widgets can be applied to each individual topic. In this case, we want to apply the learning template that was created with some specific L&D content. And just like we saw before, we can preview the template before we apply it. Within the preview, we can see how this topic page will look before it's published. Specifically, we can see that the Courses You May Like widget has been applied directly to this L&D topic from the template. This new widget, powered by machine learning, leverages learning post capabilities to recommend employee-specific learning courses from across their different learning providers. By applying this widget to the L&D topic template, it gives one place for employees to go to discover all the learning opportunities their company provides. And this template can be used only on this topic, or it can be applied to all the underlying child topics as well, to create a consistent look and feel cascading down the topic pages for different teams and departments. Once we are satisfied, all we need to do is update the new template and it will be saved to the topic. And from the employee's point of view, there are more enhancements designed to create a great experience for them. It starts with the new employee profile. Instead of just biographical data or HR documents, it's now a space to share more about who they are and what interests them. They can add banner images and new profile pictures to make the content more personal to them. And things like preferred pronouns and bios allow them to share more about who they are as people, not just employees. Of course, important employment data is still housed there, but it's limited to only be viewed by that employee. And with the new employee profiles, they can navigate to other profiles right from here. So now employees have a space where they can go and learn about their colleagues without leaving the employee center. And just like before, this employee profile is personalized to her. And as we return to the homepage, it's important to note that these employee profiles can be used to tune the machine learning leverage to provide personalized content across the employee center, like the recommended for you and popular topics widgets. And new on their homepage is the My Applications widget that is used to launch their frequently used applications. This widget can integrate with your SSO provider to allow the right apps to be available for each employee. And if they want to see more, a new page has been created to house all the applications this employee has access to. So now they don't need to leave the employee center to navigate to the other critical business applications they use. And finally, in the San Diego release, there are new always-on listening post capabilities. So if an employee wants to provide feedback at any time, they can do so from any page across the employee center. Here, employees can give open feedback on things they like, areas of improvement, or even provide suggestions. And this info will be funneled to a dashboard that will aggregate this data from across the organization. So HR, communications, and other teams can continuously improve the employee experience. And of course, to ensure they are compliant with personal data policies, this feedback can be submitted anonymously as well. In the San Diego release, ServiceNow continues to drive a more engaging and intelligent employee experience. Now I'll pass it back to Kim to wrap up today's presentation.
Thanks, Scott. Now let's take a moment to recap what we've covered. With the San Diego release, HR Service Delivery offers a more modern HR agent experience, simplified employee relations, and enhancements to the employee experience that help boost organizational productivity and support the needs of HR workers. Thanks so much for spending some time with us today covering what to expect in the San Diego release. Please check out these other sessions that may interest you. We'd like to recommend that you check out what's new in workplace service delivery, what's new in legal service delivery, and what's new on the Now platform. Thank you so much and have a wonderful day.